Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We are here for our AEW Collision live reaction. Tonight should be pretty interesting. I don't know what to expect, but it should be pretty good.
I'm excited. I actually forgot about a couple of matches, so I'm like, oh, hey, yes. I see a lot of signs. I'm really excited. I love reading the signs. Oh, how are we starting off? Oh, wow.
I remember when wrestling, the entire crowd was a sign, basically.
Right? Exactly. It's like you had something to say. It was out there. It's not a sign. Do you think there's
No,
more sign rules than there used to be?
yeah, you could put anything on a sign if you want to.
Right? And now it's like you have to be like it's just
Nowadays, everyone likes to bring their phone instead of bringing a sign.
See, I like bringing signs. I think it's cool. I was very much in full regretty when I didn't bring signs to the AEW shows when they came here. But like I was literally so okay. I'm one of those people like I need to figure out what I'm wearing, and like for the whole 2 weeks before, I was like, what am I gonna wear that day? What am I gonna wear that? And I was just literally that's what I was thinking of the entire time. And we got there, and I'm seeing everybody standing outside, and they have all these signs, and I'm like, damn it, forgot to make a sign. And he's like, well, you spent like 2 weeks thinking about what you were gonna wear today. You didn't even think about a sign. I was like, damn it, you're right.
Yeah, when me and Chris went to Collision, we made some signs the day before. We we bought like 4 or 5 signs and we each made one. Like
That's
we were
so awesome.
right. It was in the kind of Memphis. We were like right by the entranceway, like right like the first seat. So like, we were on TV like the entire night. And I had one sign. They told me not to show it, and I showed it anyway.
What'd it say?
CM Punk should be here. I still showed it anyways.
Darn right.
And it was already on TV. So at that point, at
Yeah, like
that
what are you
point,
gonna do?
but I brought some other signs. I brought a rated FTR. I brought well, Chris to the Acclaimed, of course, Billy Gunn.
That's amazing.
Um, I forget the ones we did. I think I may have done a Samoa Joe one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Last but Lee Moriarty. This is getting Shane Taylor.
I'm super excited. I like Shane Taylor. I really enjoy seeing him a lot more on AEW and not just ROH. I do think he's a talented dude.
I wish they would bring back his faction, Shane Taylor Promotions. I think a
Yeah.
lot of them. I don't know. They didn't want to come to the new ROH, or I don't know. We had one of them on here, O'Shea Edwards. He was. I actually think he's a lot better than Shane Taylor, actually. But I'd like to see him bring that group back to ROH. I like to see him bring a lot of things back to ROH, like the world title, the tag titles, the 6-man titles,
I
basically
agree with
everything.
that. Except for the
Basically
women's
everything
title.
about ROH I want brought back.
The women's title is probably the only thing there that is actually thriving in the ROH programming, like on ROH programming.
I say Athena is really the only. Well, and Kyle Fletcher. I think he's been. Has he been defending his title more on there?
He's done it once.
Television Championship. 'Cause I remember when Joe had it, he was on there for a little bit when it's starting out when they started back up, but then after a while he just wasn't on there anymore, or just for
Well,
pay per view really.
yeah, I feel like they'll have him on there fighting a lot more. They have had him, I believe, once so far, and I think it was last week. Actually, was his like first defense.
Someone like Kyle Fletcher should be able to be on there. That's why I like ROH having a set roster. So
I agree.
all the teams are. Oh, this is pretty interesting. They got we don't have this for just TV shows. We've seen it for World's End, but the Titantron guardrail.
I like that.
We see that at World's End and Full Gear, but we've never seen that for like a TV show, like a Dynamite or Collision.
I like that they're starting it with the Collision. They're like, this is the. I like that.
That's something
I
unique that Collision could have.
I think that'd be really cool. And it adds to that little bit of brand separation, like we were talking about before, that I do feel like Collision needs again, because you're right. I felt like something was missing, and it wasn't just CM Punk, because that's not my guy, but it is missing that little bit of brand separation that it had. You are starting to, or I mean, you were starting to see a lot of people that you saw on both the other shows on Collision now, and I didn't notice that was really what the difference was for me. And now I'm noticing it all the time. Like, you're right, you're right.
Normally when CM Punk books a show, it's pretty good. Which
I will give the man that.
I wouldn't say he booked the entire show, but he
No.
definitely had some say so. Or wow, John Moxley's just already. We're not even
Yeah.
7 minutes in.
He's like, don't hold back.
Anyone hasn't, definitely check out our Blue Meeting interview we did later today. It's on the channel under our live streams. I was on there, Siren, Mr. Jacobs. We answered a bunch of. We talked to him about a lot of stuff. His ECW run, his WCW stuff, not WCW, WWE, WWE ECW stuff. He was not in WCW. I can promise you that. If he was, I didn't know about it, but we talked to him about a lot of things, current wrestling. We talked to him about a lot of stuff. So definitely go check out our interview with the Blue Meeting that we did.
It was super fun. I had a lot of fun. I was super nervous. It was my very first interview that I've ever done with somebody, but it was really, really fun. And he was super nice. And yeah, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, he was really nice. We actually went longer than we were supposed to go, but he didn't have a problem with it. So he was really good. He actually followed us on Twitter, actually.
Really? That's exciting. Like,
I think Shane Taylor should just give up right now. After he just slung his head against the steel steps, and that looked like a man on miss. If I was Shane Taylor, I'd lay there. Moriarty was. No, Adam Cole's. Not Adam Cole. Adam Copeland is having another open challenge tonight.
The Cope
I
Open.
think that was Adam Copeland. I can't call him Adam Cole. See, I'm saying Adam Cole. That's not Adam Copeland. Edge is having another open challenge tonight. He went against Griff Garrison the first week. Last week, Lee Moriarty, and this week should be someone. I'm assuming someone young, like the last 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to that. We have Thunder Rosa making her singles return tonight against Queen Amadonna.
Do you think we're going to get any story or promo work or anything from her, or is it just going to come out be a straight match? Like, I'd really love to hear her pick up the mic and tell me what the hell's going on with Thunder Rosa.
Personally, if I was booking it, I would have Thunder Rosa win her match, and then after the match, her get on the mic and cut a promo, and then have someone come out and then set up something.
Story.
Yeah, set up something for down the line.
I agree. I totally agree. I would just love to hear. He needs to have. We got a couple of funny comments.
Let's go with the first. Jason Miller. I'm hoping Buddy Matthews wins tonight. I agree. AZ. Yeah, we need to. Actually, we tried to do that. They took our sign from us. Sky Blue and Julia Hart. Let Buddy Matthews win. Maybe it's Julia Hart. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Now you think about it. Hello, AZ. Sign.
Do you think Buddy will need help?
Only if FTR comes out.
Very true.
And courtesy, thanks for watching. Is John Mox the best hardcore wrestler of all time? And McFoley. For me, it's Terry Funk, who's the greatest hardcore wrestler of all time. Mick Foley's probably second. I think even Mick Foley would agree on that he's second, and Mick Foley and Terry Funk's number one. You would probably agree with that. But by the
What
end
about
of
Nick Gage?
who?
Nick Gage.
He's not a. He's something more than a hardcore wrestler
I
at this
know.
point.
That's why I was chuckling. I was like, what about
Actually, he
Nick
did
Gage?
wrestle one time, and he actually hurt a woman in the crowd.
That is
Well, not on
insane.
purpose.
Well,
Not
yeah.
on purpose. But it was.
I like how you have to clarify that because it's Nick Gage. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I would probably Terry Funk or it's either Terry Funk or Mick Foley. John Moxley, yeah, when his career is probably set done, he'll probably be in the top five, but he won't be number one unless he actually has an exploding barbed wire death match that goes off right. Terry
Yeah,
Funk,
yeah.
Terry Funk had two exploding barbed wire death matches go off as planned. Uh, Daz Reynolds, who do you think the Sting's last match could be? I think it's pretty clear now that's going to be Darby and Sting versus the Young Bucks 40 tag titles. That was
Hmm.
this Wednesday or last Wednesday that Sting and Darby said that they were going for the tag titles.
In that
Uh,
promo.
yeah, so they could possibly be retiring which, like, that's what I said, that Sting should retire a champion.
Agreed.
Johnny, speaking of Blue Mini, you need to have a dance off. It's not a dance. That would actually be pretty funny because he danced a lot in his career, so that would probably. We should have asked him that.
Right?
That that'd have been good if he would have asked that. Robert Young, thanks for watching. Good evening to you as well.
Good evening. It was
Always got.
actually a really good back and forth. Sorry.
Oh no, you.
Yeah.
The submission hold is what the Undertaker did to Edge one time. I remember it like it was yesterday. I agree. Terry Funk and Mick Foley. Yeah, it's either Mick Foley, Terry Funk number one. It's either one of them two that's number one. Mick Foley or Terry Funk.
As the emotional picker of the group, I would have to go with Mick Foley.
Yeah, Mick Foley is. It's hard to pick between the two, Mick Foley or Terry Funk, because they both were pretty hardcore in their career.
Well, and I love Mick Foley's personality and like his love of Santa and just like how sweet of a person he actually is. And then you see him wrestle and do like all these crazy hardcore things, and you're like, you are insane. And he's like just this like nicest, sweetest person ever. And you're like, did I just watch you? Like, I mean, like, but like, yeah, I just the contrast between his characters and his actual person is just so awesome. Like,
Have you ever watched Holy Foley, the TV show?
no,
Well,
where's
in
the
his
show?
house, each room of his house it's a different holiday.
This man, like, I fall more in love with him the more I learn about him.
Holy Foley, originally on WWE Network, but it's now on Peacock. Basically, a show about Mick Foley family.
That's actually really cool.
His daughter actually trained to be a wrestler there for a minute, but I guess she didn't stick with it. Noelle Foley, she's at a lot of shows. She goes, or used to. I don't know. I don't know what she does anymore. I haven't heard about Noelle Foley in a while. That look says it all by Lee Moriarty. That's going to be all over social media.
Right?
That was a pretty decent first match between Moxley and Shane Taylor.
It was a good back and forth. They both got great showing. It wasn't like a steamroll, which is good.
And the best part about this match is Moxley didn't bleed somehow.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's going to get a mic. Oh, don't bleed before we get you a mic.
Careful, careful. That's got sharp corners.
Oh, he messed him up. Let me see. That's a cool sign.
That's somebody's first wrestling show too.
Recess. Say funk. Crazy monkey. I think would be third in my opinion. In my book.
I don't think I've heard of Crazy Monkey myself, but I have a horrible memory. I'm burnout.
Dude, you're always pissed off. We haven't seen him since World's End, I believe.
I wasn't like that. I mean, I don't think John's promos are ever bad. But the whole like I'm hungry and whatnot kind of just reminds me of like somebody going for a title, and I don't know. Maybe it's just the turn of phrase for me was a little weird, but other than that, I thought it was great.
Yeah, Nigel McGuinness. Yeah, where's his teammates going to think about that? I was about to say that. Santel, thanks for watching. Happy New Year to you as well.
Happy New Year.
Yes, Wardham was next Saturday night. I'm real excited. Next weekend. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Royal Rumble. Dan has some amazing match guys and gals, although can't rule out Mickey Knuckles. I haven't heard about Crazy Monkey but I know Japan has a lot of. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but he comes up with a cigarette. Oh golly, that dude's crazy. I think Moxley actually went against him before. You might have mentioned the guy that I'm talking about, but Crazy Monkey is from Japan. Recently fought Nick Gage in GCW. Oh, that's
Really?
Crazy.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh wow, yeah. He's definitely pretty hardcore, just from the images I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Oh, and CM Punk's friend Lars took a picture with him before. A lot of people's taken a picture with him before. It looks like. Yeah, it looks like he's pretty hardcore. Oh wow, that shirt and tights looks amazing.
Oh yeah.
Y'all gotta start selling this shirt now, because I really want that exact same shirt that he's got on.
I love the like the what do you call those? Like a baseball long sleeve, like where it's
Yeah,
the center and the sleeves are different colors. I like that style. I always think it looks rather sharp.
like I thought, like watching Edge wrestle, best color tights he's ever worn are red.
Yeah.
Red or blue, but red for me. He's always looked good in red, and
He does look good in red.
hopefully they start
This is
selling
gonna
that
be
shirt now.
interesting.
Because if it was on now, I'd probably go buy it now.
We'll see
I really
Connor in like a week or two. He'll be wearing it. Just be like,
I want the shirt now.
yeah, I
Kind of
guess.
like they say in the commercial, I want my money and I want it now.
Right, exactly.
Who's it gonna go this week? Action ready? Dante, Darius.
Got the Dante.
Oh, Dante. I don't think it's gonna be in a hot flame tonight, buddy.
Yeah, no.
That's not gonna happen. But I like
But
that Adam
Dante,
Cole. I like the Adam Cole Edge. Oh my god, Edge is going against all these younger guys.
me too. I really enjoy that about the Cope Open. It just gives so many people a spot to shine, and they're always so far anyway. They've been really good matches. They haven't been squashes. And I mean, just gives them a time to or a chance to wrestle one of the legends.
I'm excited. They can 8 game on this Friday coming up. I haven't heard of that game. The only games I really play is AEW Fight Forever. Yeah, that's really cool. Gage's dream matches against his dream matches against what was the guy's Crazy Monkey? That's his dream match. Although I put Moxley against any one of them. Yeah, Moxley could probably go into any hardcore wrestler and put on a good hardcore match. I'm a death match guy though, so yeah. I've been I haven't really been to any Moxley hardcore matches in person, but when I was a referee and stuff, there was this one match. They basically a hardcore match. And they started throwing chairs in the ring, and one chair almost hit me in the head while they were throwing it.
Oh
It's better to watch a hardcore match without being involved.
no! Right? I was just thinking that. I was like, it's probably better to watch that from outside the ring. There's a lot. Oh,
It's really fun doing that. Like sitting in the back and watching it on the monitor, or being involved is a whole different.
funny.
And come on, Danny Havoc. I could argue the top hardcore / deathmatch guys that can also straight up wrestle. Also, I've heard of Danny Havoc before. Yeah, that's some really good insight. Because there's a lot of hardcore deathmatch guys, wrestlers that can also wrestle. Mick Foley and Terry Funk being two of them, and others that you mentioned, Robert. Ooh. We haven't had a commercial break tonight, have we?
I'm just getting a picture-in-picture right now, but I am probably about 45 seconds ahead of you.
On the other side, after the first match, we went straight into the second match.
Yeah. It said it would be in picture-in-picture. I'm not getting picture-in-picture. It's weird.
Wait, did you just mention the Blue Meanie on there, Kevin Kelly? What a
No
coincidence.
way.
Let me go.
I would love that. He did!
The Blue Meanie.
That's awesome! Speaking of Blue Meanie.
Yeah. We have an interview with Blue Meanie that we did today. So if anyone hasn't seen it already, go check it out. It's on the channel.
He just seems like one of the friendliest people. Like, I don't know. He made me feel very comfortable when I felt very uncomfortable going into it.
My phone isn't too loud, is it?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, like I definitely felt very uncomfy because like I was like, oh man, I'm totally gonna screw up. And he was so chill and like energy vampire wise. Like I said, I was super nervous, but like he made me feel really okay about it. And I'm like, that's nice. I was worried that I was gonna come in and he was gonna like snicker if I stumbled, and that's just like my BPD getting me all negative. But he was so friendly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was very, very nice. I actually met him in person, and he was very nice to them too. I don't think it's possible for him to be rude. Or,
I would love to meet him in person and be like, hey, look, I get to meet you in person now.
Yeah. But just as nice as he is, his rude side is probably very, very bad.
I mean, that's the thing, though. People can only take so much in general. Like, the nicest person can turn out to be an a-hole if pushed too far, right?
But he definitely wasn't any of those things to us.
Oh, gosh, no.
He was very, very nice. Every time I've seen him in person without actually meeting him, he was always nice. So,
That's
yeah, I
wonderful.
definitely recommend going to check that out.
I'm going to be sharing it on all my socials for the next little bit because I think it's wicked cool.
Yeah, it was really good.
This is a little bit of a different match to see Dante in. It's a lot of like I don't know, it's a lot of scuffling. And he's usually so like high flyy and flippy.
He's probably hating that.
Yeah, like seeing him on the ground and doing more groundwork is so different for him.
It's time to go to work, kid. We're not in daycare anymore.
Right? Yeah.
Learn a
Oh,
few things or two. Which I
one of
think
my
top Flight
all-time
like if they would work on their moveset, I think they could be tag champions in AEW. But
top
they need
flight.
to stay healthy for at least 7 months. Because
Yeah, that would be solid because when you keep one of them keeps getting injured, it's hard to
I would want to have.
get traction.
I don't think Tony will ever do interim champions, but even just the thought of vacating them just doesn't. I don't want any champion to have to vacate their title
Yeah, agreed.
except Marina Shafir.
Do you think she'll get one?
No. She was champion. I'd rather lose it than beat anything.
One of my all-time
Got the
favorite
ring.
Dante moments was when he came back and they had that match with Penta and they did the Canadian Destroyer on the outside of the ring. And I was like, yeah, you got to finish your move. That was nice.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome.
Just getting in.
How was your party?
I was all right, I guess.
That was so good.
When you get older, it's like parties are like, I'm just glad I'm home. Like,
Exactly. You nutted around the head right there.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that was really fun for the first like 20 minutes. And then after that, you're like, okay, when can I leave without it being rude?
Exactly.
That's me in a nutshell. But I mean, I don't get invited to parties, but when I did, it was like, okay.
Is it Dante Martin? Wow. Okay, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, it looks it's doing good.
Like when Dante did that dive, that'd have been a perfect midair spear by Edge.
Yeah.
That'd have been perfect. Edge has done a lot of midair spears, but that would have been top notch. Could have still done it again.
Dang, that looks
Maybe they're
good.
saving that. Maybe they're saving that spot for a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah, just had a lot of good midair spears in his career. Doing it against Jeff Hardy at WrestleMania. That moment's lived throughout WWE history even to this day.
Oh, that's a classic spear.
One thing I really love about Edge is he makes every match look like a battle. And that makes
Yeah.
everybody look good. Like that makes him look good when he comes out victorious. That makes his opponent look good because he looks like he's like top shelf, and it just I really love it. And it doesn't matter who he's wrestling, it always just looks like a battle.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
it.
execution. Oh.
Right.
I actually met Benny Havoc. Crazy Monkey actually has a documentary on it. I believe it comes out on Vice. Yeah, Vice has Dark Side of the Ring, so that seems like a perfect place to put that.
I have to check in on that. I didn't even know that.
I would check up on that, but I don't get Vice, so kind of makes me mad a little bit because I can't watch Dark Side of the Ring until it's on YouTube.
But do you have like anything like Hulu or anything like that?
I have YouTube TV.
You could probably find Vice on YouTube TV.
You Americans are so lucky. I don't know why, just because there's an invisible land separation line that I can't have Peacock and Hulu. Like,
Yeah, I've looked for it on YouTube TV, but I think you can get it, but you have to pay like $15 extra a month or something.
it's to get the YouTube like it's like Netflix. What you guys get is still different than what I get.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
You guys have an AEW streaming service, and we don't. You guys can buy it on Fight TV.
Yeah, you know what though? On Fight TV, the AEW streaming services, like it doesn't come out until a week later. You can't watch it live. Like the way I watch it live is I have to pay for the sports network, And so that's like all of the sports except for
TSN.
WWE and any other sorts of wrestling. This is the only wrestling that's on there, which
You
is
still watch
inconvenient.
AEW on TSN? Or
Yeah, it's the only way I can get at. I pay $28 a month for one television show.
wow. Well, technically 3.
Technically 3. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But like one promotion, like there's
All right, Ed, you gotta do something.
But I honestly think
if you
it's
get
worth it.
Hulu, if you get Hulu, you can get a Vice on Hulu because
See,
they have the little thing on there for Vice.
Does Amazon Prime not have that kind of stuff for you guys? I know out here for
I think Vice is on. I think Vice is on Amazon Prime. I believe so.
I love Prime for that. I think that is the smartest way to do a streaming service. Hey, you get our streaming services, you can also get all of theirs, but at a discount price.
Right.
That's dope.
So I remember that's where I on Hulu is where I watched most of the Dark Side of the Rings. So you can find it there.
I think that might have been Dante's grandma.
He did it. Finally.
Oh.
There you go.
That was a spot of the night. Nothing's topping
That was great.
It did look so
the
good.
way he did it. Like,
That was awesome.
That was a Goldberg spear in midair. That would really hurt someone.
Man, that reminds me of Shane McMahon and Roman Reigns. That was a brutal spear.
Yeah, that was really bad. That's when
that knocked Shane out.
I don't watch WWE, but I've seen the clip.
Yeah, it knocked him out.
Yeah,
that's what that looked like a little bit. I think Tim Martin still. Yes, that was definitely.
Glad to see Dante though. I'm glad to see him.
Me too. It is so nice to see him back, and he really doesn't look like he's got a whole heckin' lot of ring rust.
Right.
He looks good.
That was a beautiful spear, though. That was sick.
Picks up his 3rd win on Collision. St. Louis crowd really loves Edge.
I love how that match had time, like we were talking about earlier in the Blue Meanie interview. How matches need to have time to breathe. This is a perfect example of how this match was able to breathe and actually be able to tell a story.
Oh yeah, Edge is phenomenal at it though. I mean, and Dante obviously can put on a great match, but the storytelling in the ring, like, it was very well done.
I don't think you want all guys to come up to you, Edge. Because then you have to go to Christian Cage again and all his shenanigans.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, technically, he'd probably want that. But,
right?
I do love how Adam was giving Dante his props, though. That's class. That's class.
Honestly, one of my favorite things about AEW, and I pointed this out on one of our podcasts before, but a lot of, like, even when they're cutting promos that are like, calling people out or like talking after a match and getting ready for like round 2 of the rubber match, it's like they're like, I'm like super awesome, but like this guy is so awesome and I'm gonna beat him. And but like it's very much like they even when they're like cutting each other down, they really are building each other up, and it builds such great anticipation for the matches because you're like, man, they both think that each other is so good, but they're both so determined to win, and so like you know that you're setting yourself up for a good match. And I love that about AEW. It was actually one of the things that brought me to Ring of Honor as well, like the Code of Honor. I just felt like it was so nice to see in the industry.
Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, I dig it. Oh my gosh, that kid just had the night of his life.
He shows me how to hype up a crowd, though. I'll give him that.
That was probably the one match that Dante actually had to wrestle.
Right.
Like he actually had to put his 2 hands like this and get the guy on, just like he actually had to wrestle.
Yes, he really did.
He should do it
That was a
more
good
often.
match.
It
Yeah.
was.
Oh, that's cool. That was cool.
I love that. I love the Blackpool Combat Club shirts. I love that Claudio was like, I want them cute but violent. And now they're doing them, and I'm like, oh my god. Danielson's looks like that weird little weasel from Ice Age with the eye patch.
Yeah, yeah. I thought I
I
was the
just,
only one that noticed that.
no, he totally does. Buck or whatever. Like, that's what he looks like. I want those shirts.
Those are pretty awesome, though.
I love that. I love the cartoon animals. I think that's so great. My strap's all stuck. Weird. There we go. It always weirds me out for Collision. Like I get commercials during every other promotion, but during Collision, it just gives me the Collision screen, and I'm always like, is it working? Or
It's like Claudio had a black eye.
Ooh.
They say Danny Howard was a small match for wrestling out there, and wrestlers are still to this day using his name, his spots, and weapons. It's interesting. It is a great storyteller. I agree. He's one of the few that can tell a story in the ring.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He can do it more so as a heel, I'd say. I like heel Edge better than.
Yeah, he's a
Well, I
great
don't know.
heel.
I don't know. He's good as a face too, but
Yeah.
him being a heel going against the Undertaker on SmackDown, that feud was really good.
That was good.
Well, the best Edge heel was 2004 or 5 with him and Lita.
Yeah, the rated R superstar.
When he feuded with Matt Hardy and John Cena. Those were the two feuds that stood out.
Yeah.
Mainly Matt Hardy. Well, I don't know Jeff Hardy because we got a once in a lifetime celebration on TV that we'll probably never see again in wrestling history.
I doubt it.
I never know. Sammy and Ty Conti is really up in the stakes. So we might see it again.
Bless you.
Thank you. During this commercial break, I'm going to quickly run and grab my coffee. I know it's weird.
Do your thing.
I wonder what Chris is doing.
That's a good question. I wonder what he is doing. And if you're watching out there, Chris, how you doing?
It was nice that you guys did the like recorded question for him. I thought that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Jacobs had one, and I ended up asking his questions. So, yeah, that was fun.
I'm glad you came in though. It was nice to have you in there.
Yeah, I got home just in time for the last bit of it. And it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, our next interview hopefully will be the big name that I've been talking about for months now.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm gonna bug you for a hint.
It's gonna happen one way or another. Oh, you want a hint?
Well, I've been here a little over a month now. I want in on the secret at some point.
Oh yeah, she has a point.
Right? I've been here a while now. You know, I'm not going anywhere. You guys are freaking stuck with me. Sorry.
Give her a hint. Drop a hint.
Wait. Technically, he did not reach the rope in time when the ref hit the 3, so technically he didn't cheat.
Not really.
Go look at the replay action, Johnny. I know Jericho's knocked you in the head a few times, and you can't really see that well, but
he's,
maybe
got,
just go back and watch
he's a
it
little loopy. Yeah.
His record shows that.
Oh, burn.
Okay. I hope that you win, and I hope that I get to hear you speak.
I'm really excited that Private Party's back. But the hint, I've been saying it for a while, but the hint is this person's they've headlined WrestleMania multiple times, and they're ball headed.
So they've main evented WrestleMania multiple times and they're bald. 2 clues right there.
And I still want to have Ken Shamrock on. That's one interview that really makes me mad to this day of how it happened. And
let's slip through our fingers, man.
Yeah, we're right here, and then Ken Shamrock himself was ready to go. He was ready to be on, and
yeah, it wasn't even the fault of Ken Shamrock. It was his management, really.
Oh no!
It was not on Ken Shamrock's fault. It was someone in the party of Ken Shamrock. I don't want to bash anyone, but it was
not bashing anyone. Let's just tell him what happened.
It was someone's fault that he wasn't on here, and Ken Shamrock was ready and everything. But that's one interview I still want to have happen.
That would be cool.
One interview that will never, ever, ever happen is our first ever interview. So.
Oh yeah, our first interview that was very eventful. I guess that was a night.
Our first ever show too.
And you guys, okay, wait. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I went back and watched like some of the recent stuff, but I didn't go all the way back.
Okay. I'll catch you up on it. So we were supposed to be interviewing Just Incredible.
Okay.
So what happens is that he's kind of he's a well-known shyster. He'll rip, he's been known to rip people off. So what happens is that our boy Connor here pays him to do an interview, of course. And what happened, Connor?
Well, he wasn't so credible that night. He basically took my money and didn't come on ever and blocked me. So
yeah, he took his money and ran.
But I made a mistake of paying him a few days early, which now, like nowadays for interviews, I pay, like if I do an interview, I always pay the person like the day of, right before we go on. So there's no way possible that they're gonna
flake out.
Unless it's through like an agency, like how we have Blue Mini on.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed, but I never pay anyone a week or two. But Just Incredible is known to be a
rip-off artist.
Yeah.
I like the shyster. Shyster was a good term.
The shyster. That's more of a, that's right.
Like
he was more of a shyster, yeah.
Like he wrote a book. I don't know if it was actually written, but like over 50 people or something bought it and they never received a copy of his book.
Damn.
I actually know a few wrestling promoters that booked him, bought his plane flight, and he doesn't show up.
But yeah, that's pretty much what happened on the first interview we tried to do. He basically just ripped us off, and then the worst part is that he tried to claim that we were clickbaiting and stuff.
False advertising.
It's like the least
just robbed my
credible.
homeboy. You just robbed my homeboy Blondie. You gonna tell us that we're false advertising?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that was.
What a cheeky monkey, man! That is not cool.
Yeah, it was an eventful night, for sure.
He was just undependable.
Yeah, definitely not credible.
He was someone that I really wanted to have on because ECW, and he was a big part of ECW, and
exactly. The thing is, it broke our hearts because we were fans of his. Man, we were fans,
and that's the thing.
That's a clear cut example of how they say don't meet your heroes. I mean, I'm not saying he was a hero of mine, but I'm saying, I was a fan. I was a fan, and when that happened, I don't know. It kind of It
Are
was
you
like, you
still
know
a
what?
fan? Like,
Oh, I'm not a fan.
No, I mean, I'm a fan of his old stuff. I won't lie. I think his old stuff is pretty cool, but I'm not a fan of the man he is today.
yeah, like, no.
Yeah, just incredible. So he's got a lot of issues.
That did look really good, Rosa.
Ooh, jeez. Hmm.
A lot of the stuff she's doing is very smart. Like Queen Amidala tried to roll over and then she tried to pin her. That was pretty
Yeah.
smart. Didn't the roast? That was pretty good.
Bless
Oh
you.
my gosh. Thank you. I had to mute myself
Oh.
during the Blue Meanie interview because I sneezed like 30 times. Oh,
Nice
I wasn't.
kick.
Thunder Rosa just got double bapped. Oh.
That's gotta hurt.
Mhm.
Talking about just incredible. Now my head's hurting.
I just say you watch it from the side and you can see it's like, oh, I'd rather get hit up here.
Ouch. Yeah.
Oh, that
Right?
has to hurt though, man. Getting hit in the tits, that has to hurt. I mean, I don't have any. I mean,
I mean, like, yeah, okay, have you ever been chopped before? Have you ever been hit in the nip?
I've been hitting the nip before. That hurts.
Okay, well then imagine that, but with the stretch too, right? Because like that's what you got there, and that wasn't very fun. That did not look fun.
Ugh.
And they had to show it from the side too. You're like, oh, I don't know.
I gotta admit, I'm loving Thunder Rosa's new look though.
I like it. I just wish that she would tell me what's going on. She's like, I never left. I'm back. But like I haven't heard her really talk since she got back or tell me what she wants or what her goals are or anything.
That's a good point, actually.
Right? Like she's just here. Welcome back, Rosa. What the fuck are you doing? Pardon my language. Like
You're
Last
good.
time we saw her before she got injured, she was the AEW Women's Champion, and then she had to vacate
Right.
the title.
right? It's not like she
she
just
only
left.
vacated. She was interim champion. So I feel like being a former AEW Women's World Champion and not losing it should mean something.
Right? I
Yeah.
thought she would come in with a little bit more of a bang. Yeah, I was happy to see her wrestle with Abaddon because that was kind of cool, but like I don't understand it. Nothing ever came of it.
I'm thinking about like why don't they just have her be on that chase back to the gold?
Right?
I feel like
Or
that's
like at
what they're
least
gonna.
intentions.
I feel like that's what they do, but with TBS title.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
But like either way, like it's just common sense to. I don't know. It's kind of like that's the problem with the entire women's division, really. Like they don't. Well, we saw it this Wednesday. The last few weeks with Diana Peralzo and Tony Storm, a lot of more talking segments, in-ring segments. But
I really hope.
yeah, like Thunder Rosa should have already been on the mic. But the first week she was back, that's what she should have been doing.
Right? Exactly. We haven't heard her speak.
Right.
She should have said, "I'm back and I'm here to."
Like, what's your mission? What's your goal? What is it that you're trying to get to? What's your end game?
At the very least, take the mic and say I'm back. Like we haven't even gotten that. Like we've nothing. So
Like we've only taken 5 minutes just to say 5 minutes could say everything.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you could have cut a Marina Shafir match and gave. I mean, I'm sure Marina Shafir has been on there on TV, and they could have cut that.
Right?
True.
We got time. There's ways to work it into the budget. Like
all she should have said is, like, last time I was AEW Women's Champion. There's a lot of new faces since I've been here. Gonna work my way back up to the top. I mean,
exactly. Boom. There you go.
done and done.
Tony Storm. Yep.
Oh my gosh. I would love to see that from that other angle, actually.
You're not lying about that.
Thunder Rosa is actually doing better in this match than she has in previous matches.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's still some work to be done, but she looks Ooh, that was good.
That's just like I wanted to see that from the other angle. I was like, that looked good.
Wow.
Just incredible. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Johnny.
he doesn't seem that way.
Yes, I think that's actually going to happen. I was talking just a minute ago. It's like we've seen her team up with Abaddon to go against Julia Hart and Sky Blue,
Mm-hmm.
and she was suddenly helping Abaddon. So it makes sense for Julia Hart and Thunder Rosa to happen. I think that's going to happen at the pay per view.
That would be absolutely wonderful because it would make that whole mean something.
I think Thunder Rosa will probably be. I don't know if she'll win that match, but I think Thunder Rosa will be the next TBS champion.
I can definitely see that. Yes.
I think right now the women's title's kind of since Jamie Hayter's fixing to come back, but that would still be a good match, Rosa and Hart.
Wow.
Thanks for watching. Ron.
Oh. Oh man, that was close. That was pretty close.
Well, there's another picture right there. Lee Moriarty had a face like that tonight, but that's gonna blow up on social media.
Yeah,
I'm
he had the
pretty
boo-boo
sure.
face.
Tell me if you guys see Thunder Rosa mimicking putting out a cigarette on Queen Aminata's ass, because I'm pretty sure that's what I saw.
Oh,
it kind of looked that way.
Yeah, she like brought it from her mouth and went like this and did the kind of thing, and then flicked it. I'm like, was she mimicking what I think she was? Like,
I don't know. It looked like she was putting the cigarette butt out.
Yeah, like legit, just it's crazy.
Right then, Rosa picks up the win.
All right,
that was a pretty good
match.
Girl. That was pretty
She's
good.
got a lot of. That was amazing for what we've seen from Rosa since she's got back.
Yeah,
yeah, we've seen her in a tag match, 8-woman tag. This is the first singles, and she's definitely got a lot of ring rust off.
I wonder if her new look is in a way promoting her music.
She makes music.
Yeah, she's a singer.
Now there's a mic over there, Aubrey. If you want to go grab that mic and give it to Rosa, I mean, we can cut something else in the show if we have to. I mean, there's gonna be something.
We're out of time. We gotta go to the next. You gotta go to the next promo. We can't talk.
Can't talk now. Let's do this.
Now, this whole thing could have been cut out. I've already heard.
I know, right?
I've already heard Eddie talk before. I haven't heard Thunder Rosa talk in 2 years.
It's been a minute. Has it actually been 2 years?
Yeah, it's been that long.
She's actually talked.
No way. Time freaking flies, my guy.
Sure, Eddie not kidding. And Ortiz wouldn't mind just getting scrapped.
Where did my years go?
Yeah, 2 years
That's what I'm wondering myself.
2 years ago, she had to vacate the women's title.
Yep.
I'm not putting that together. Like, my brain.
She vacated 2 years ago. She vacated it in. Well, yeah, it was 2022, but she her last appearance was before All Out. That was the last time she ever talked.
That is crazy. I totally didn't even.
She's wrestled for 2 years, but she hasn't talked in 2 years. At least in AEW, she hasn't talked.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I also got Ortiz back tonight. I haven't seen him in a while. I want to see Mike Santana back. He had 4 matches, and he beat Ortiz. So that, I mean, how do you beat your best friend and then disappear after that?
Is that heat not like actually fairly legit?
It is.
Between them?
It is.
Yeah, like
that's why they're not teaming up together anymore.
Yeah.
Which I have a perfect story to have Conan come back and Conan put those two together in Impact Wrestling. So him coming back, slapping them both in the face and getting them back together and winning those tag titles would have been perfect.
Be like LAX, 2.0,
But all know we gotta be mad at each other and not win tag titles and not make good moments, and we all gotta stay mad at each other.
I mean, why, dude? Why?
I know. I mean, I don't really know what happened in there. They were really good friends for years, and I don't know what really happened. Or
that was weird. How they,
I mean, I mean, like even in their little storyline, they didn't even explain what really happened.
No, they did go off on each other, and some of their promos got pretty personal. And like you're like, whoa, like this is definitely real stuff being brought up here. Like,
Right. You can definitely tell.
Very real.
you know, and it was great TV, but yeah, very real.
Yeah.
Like they said a lot of things to make it make sense, but we never really got like what happened. Like what happened? Why you two hate each other? But
Yeah,
That's what I've always wondered. I've always wondered what the hell happened between those two.
I feel like it was too personal. They didn't want to put it on TV, I guess.
That's understandable, you know.
But stuff like
You
that,
gotta, you know,
stuff like
you
that,
gotta
that's really
separate.
the next level. Like Matt Hardy and Edge, when they did that stuff, real life stuff,
Yeah.
their careers elevated to a whole other level.
Guess whose idea it was to make it all a part of a storyline, though?
Matt Hardy,
Exactly. It was his idea to make it a storyline.
and he's the one who got cheated on too.
And he's the one that got cheated on. But I can't lie, it was great television. It was great television.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing. Every story is always the best when there's a ring of truth to it, right? And like you're gonna be able to perform a lot better. Like I need to hate this guy in the ring. Well, it's a really good thing that I am not his biggest fan in real life right now. You know, like it's gonna project. I love this entrance.
That's the way they bring realism into it.
Totally. And like you know, they all can act. All of these wrestlers can act to an extent, but nothing's gonna be as well acted out as like actual anger, like genuine frustration.
Right.
The Bullet Club entrance is so awesome. I love the whole camera around them. I love that.
The bad boy shot.
Yeah, it looks so good. I'm like, damn, that is a great entrance. It makes me miss Juice Robinson a little bit, though. He goes get around the back and it has crazy.
I heard. Do you guys think that they're gonna have a unification match for the trios belts?
I've heard talks about that.
I feel like the Acclaim's gonna beat Bullet Club Gold and they're gonna retire this ROH 6-man belt. So like they're gonna do away with them.
See, I've heard a lot of talk about that stuff. I don't know how true it is or not, but I've heard rumors.
I mean, it really doesn't. They're just doing away with what made ROH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't
Tony,
like that idea.
Tony doesn't like having
Tony.
ROH and ROH.
Yeah, Tony.
I think what he thinks is having ROH on AEW will get fans to watch ROH, but it hasn't worked.
No, and I mean, if you want to watch these guys defend these titles, you're gonna watch them defend it on ROH. Like that's the thing. Yeah, having them on AEW is great because they're AEW stars. I get that, but people will watch them if they like them, which I mean they do. You know, like put them on the other promotion. I'm down. I love ROH though.
Yeah. I don't know. One of the Guns, they have a music career also. I forget which one.
That's Austin Gunn. He has a song on Fight Forever game.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's also in a reality TV show or something.
I've never seen the reality TV show. I've heard his music though. He's actually pretty good musically. I'm not
a song in there, I think. Or was it Sunny Kiss or Swerve? It's one of the two that have a song on there.
I think Swerve. I'm not sure. I gotta go look back on it. But yeah, I know Austin has a song on the AEW Fight Forever. Yeah.
I was just talking about how I miss Juice.
He's back.
There he is. In cardboard form.
I mean, he's back. He's crazy hobo face. Like, he does. He looks like a scary hobo. Like, I'm like, man, if I ran into you, like, if I ran into him in the alley and he was like, I got a rock hard taint, I'd be like, I'm gonna run. Like, and I don't run. Like, I'm gonna run away.
Oh man, that was good.
Oh my
A
god.
hobo.
But he does. But I love
I
him.
mean, he does though.
I feel like the whole reason that we have Timeless is because Juice looked at her and was like, "You need to do something, and it needs to be extra."
Right.
And because he's so extra.
Oh yeah, very extra.
Oh, but I love it. I love it. At first, I
That's the
really
best
didn't
part.
like him. I was like, "Oh my god, this guy's way too much." And then when he would come out, and I'd be like, "Oh wait, I love him."
I think the best part is that he's over the top. That's like one of the best parts of his character.
Right? I didn't like it at first. It put me off. Like the first 3 times I saw him, I was like, no, like he's just too much. And then eventually, I noticed myself just getting excited for his weirdness, and I'm like, oh,
Grew on you like a fungus.
yeah. And I love him like a crazy homeless person fungus. Like I just love him. Why is Austin so glittery?
Because he's
I
gonna
don't
be a
know.
good turn. It's gonna be a good turn on someone, or the worst booking decision Tony Khan has ever made.
We'll find out. Yeah, that'd be awesome to see Billy with some singles gold. Yeah, sure.
Oh, I would love that. I mean, the man is fit. I don't feel like he's done wrestling for a bit. Bang Bang Super Gang. Oh, Bang Bang Scissor Gang.
Bang bang scissor gang.
Bang Bang Scissor Gang.
I just noticed that Billy's wearing his belt backwards. I just now noticed that.
At first, I didn't like the way that it was like, because when you display the belt in like the flat fashion,
Hmm.
it it says it doesn't say it right, right? But when you have it clipped, then it says "scissor me, dad,"
Yeah,
or yeah, and yeah.
Make the right decision. Like this is gonna affect your entire career from here on out. You're gonna be aligned with 3 goofballs, or you're gonna win more gold on your own.
there you go. I mean, you gotta draw that line in the sand.
Are they gonna put the gun in it? Put the gun in it. Put the gun in it instead of the scissor. That'd be hilarious.
Gun beats scissors.
I mean, I just think it'd be funny. What does his tattoo say down his back? Oh boy. They totally did. They put the gun in it.
Called it. You called it.
Ah, it's ridiculous. I love it.
Gun beats scissors every time.
Oh, this is gonna be ridiculous. Hi, John. This is my Mr. John Moxley, just so everybody knows. This is my dog, John Moxley. I get excited, and because I have BPD and CPTSD, when I get overly emotional of any variety, he will come and check on me. Um,
Oh,
so I got excited, and he's like, "You good, bro?"
he's a good boy.
He is a very good boy, Mr. John Moxley.
Jay White's career has officially tanked.
is that,
That's
is
it.
that really? Is that what you
That's,
think?
that's it.
I think it's
Now,
gonna be
That's the end of it.
interesting.
now the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn have no one to face for trios title.
I agree with that. That's
Yeah.
confusing to me.
Worst booking decision in Tony Khan's little wrestling career.
Let's bring Dalton
Oh,
Castle and the
man.
boys back, and they can be the AEW Trio Champions. Yes!
Just go ahead and retire both of these. Like, retire the ROH 6 men and retire the AEW trios. Like,
I mean, you might as well, dude. I mean, nobody's. I
yeah,
don't think anybody's really interested in that whole
we have
angle.
no
I mean,
trios teams. Like no trios teams now. Like there's no trios teams to go against each other.
Well, there's okay. I mean, you have
the elite's gone.
top. You could make Top Flight into a trio. I mean, they're trio. We don't have. Yeah, you're right. We don't have the elite. Dark Order's down to. You got Dark Order.
Yeah, it's still got Dark Order. Yeah.
If we had Stu Grayson with the Righteous still, you'd have another trio there.
Like there's no legit interesting teams that the Clan
Right.
and Billy Gunn can go against. There's nobody.
No.
Death Triangle's out.
Now, see, well, why not drop the trios division? Just bring out the women's tag team.
That would be cool. I would be for that trade. I'd be for that trade.
At this point, like they had one of the best trios divisions, and now they've completely tanked with it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I agree. It's like as soon as they put the belts into play, it was like, okay, now, I don't know. They did. You're right. They had a lot of trios matches, and now it's like, But with Death Triangle, we're missing two of them. We have injuries right now, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
well,
yeah.
they did have trios teams, but not anymore.
Yeah.
I did away with their trios division tonight, basically.
Well, you can think of it that way.
Tony doesn't know what the hell he's doing at this point.
I mean, he's no Vince McMahon. He doesn't really have a mind for the business. He's just a fan that wanted a company.
I feel like, and I mentioned it before, but I feel like bringing in people like Adam Copeland and I mean, I hope that Sting stays around, and I hope that they utilize some of the more experienced wrestling minds a little bit more.
Yeah.
You have all these big, beautiful wrestling brains in your roster.
I agree with that. I mean, when you have that brain power, use it.
Yeah, well, and I mean, Adam Copeland especially, he specifically says that he's a very detail-oriented man. Like what he enjoys doing is creating the little things in stories, like the tiny details that bring it all together. Yeah, the subtle nuances, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what AEW needs. And maybe we're seeing it more and we just don't know. Maybe it's that subtle. I don't know. But like I'm digging it. Still. I feel like we're gonna get more.
I hope so.
It has been picking up.
Not in the trios division, we're not gonna get more.
No, not in the trios division, no.
But I have faith in the AEW. I really do. I think that it could be a lot better. I think with some delegation and with some right management, it could be a par with WWE. I won't say this. It could be the machine that WWE is, but it could be a par.
I mean, and you have to give it as much time. Like if you're putting into like growth to time ratio, any business, if you're gonna start a business, people are gonna tell you your first 3 years are not gonna be profitable. Like good luck with that. Like it's going into starting a business. Do not expect to start making everything back that you've put in until the 3-year mark. Like that's when you're starting to see actual progression. And I mean we're just over that, like I feel like we have a lot of growing pains to get through still. We've seen some of those already. But the company itself is still very, very new. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, and I feel like people who are putting all these expectations on AEW for such a brand new company really need to just take a step back and be like, oh yeah, this is still a baby company, and look at all the crazy freaking things they've done already. It's still a baby, and people are comparing it to WWE, which is the company, and this is a baby. Like I don't know.
Tony's he's kind of started that with tweets and his
100%.
He doesn't know when to shut your mouth sometimes.
I totally agree.
I feel like people in his position shouldn't have access to their own Twitter accounts freely. It was like when Donald Trump was tweeting, it's like, somebody take his phone away.
Tony doesn't need a phone anymore. The only
it's like,
he doesn't need a phone, and that's pretty sad. Like, I mean, the only thing you should be doing on Twitter is promoting your event and not calling Shawn Michaels an asshole who Shawn Michaels could give a damn.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels
Oh,
could give a
man.
damn. He could give a damn about the ratings and like
He
he
doesn't care
Secretly,
about
this
that at
whole
all.
thing is a work, and this is like Heat and Tony's Vince McMahoning it right now. It's a work. No, I'm just kidding.
Like
In
Mr.
a
Khan
perfect
kind of
world,
thing.
wouldn't it be great? Yeah. I mean, like, I really just don't want to think of my marshmallow being that silly. You know? Like, I want
Yeah.
to explain it away. I want to explain it away in any way I can. Like, please
I
don't
used
let
to-
this man be that silly.
I still think Tony Khan is a good promoter and stuff, but as
Yeah.
the years has went on, he's kind of there's a lot of decisions he shouldn't have made.
Of course.
Right.
You don't wear glasses and wear something on your head when you're talking about sexual harassment in your company.
Right. That isn't. It's not a good look
You
at
don't do,
all.
which
It's really you have something to hide.
Tony Khan is a good promoter. He is. You know, if it wasn't for Tony Khan, we would have never gotten any of this.
Of course.
True.
A lot of people will say, "Oh, it's because of the elite." Well, you could have had like the elite could have started AEW on their own,
Hmm.
but we wouldn't have got a TV deal. There'd be no
Right.
Wembley. There would be no AEW Fight Forever. Sting would have
Hmm.
never finished his career. CM Punk never would have returned. Cody Rhodes never would have went back, and he never would have been big stars. Like everything happened because of Tony.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Hmm. You're not wrong.
But uh,
But take that man's phone away.
I mean, think about it. Do you think Vince
What?
McMahon does his own tweets? No, he has somebody. He has workers do it for him.
My guy,
He's-
I wish I
he's a
had somebody to
staff.
do my tweets. If I was as rich and powerful as these guys, I can tell you right now that I would never touch my own social media accounts ever, ever, never.
Exactly.
best
Or
thing,
I'd pick
best thing,
one.
best thing I'm gonna hope for that whole trios thing is it doesn't last long. That the Bullet Club Gold turn on them pretty soon.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like you can't go without having a match.
Wouldn't
Like,
it be crazy though if like the acclaimed went heel and turned? That'd be
like
fun.
that would be a twist. That would be.
There would be a twist, and they're great heels too.
Yeah, like I would dig it. I would love to see them a lot meaner. Like Anthony Bowens, to me, is a passion powerhouse. When that man gets the mic, whatever he says is just like full of passion. Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
Like as a full heel? Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
he'd be evil. Like,
Oh God damn! Just planted him on that mat.
This is the
Daniel
main
Garcia
event.
just got planted.
They got Buddy Matthews and Daniel Garcia.
Shout out to Buddy Matthews, by the way. We also have an interview with him on the channel.
He's my favorite interview. Even though I hate to say anyone was better than the other, but for me, I think for me personally, Buddy Matthews is the greatest interview I've ever been a part of,
Yeah.
and the biggest name we've ever had on here. I really
so
like
cool.
Buddy Matthews. He's one of my favorites in AEW. He's always been one of my favorites, even after before AEW and WWE. He's always been one of my favorites.
Yeah, I remember in the interview we dispelled a lot of rumors about him like climbing mountains and stuff. And he was like, no, never did any of that.
He does
Yeah,
look like a mountain man, though.
He's like, that's just some stuff WWE made up for my
Yeah,
character.
I remember you asked him something, and he
Yeah, I'd asked him about that. He was like, nope, I've never done that. I've never hang glide. I've never climbed a mountain. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I still, sometimes I really get mad at Tony. Sometimes I really get mad at AEW, but it's hard to because I've been a fan of this company since literally day one, like January 1st. Like I stay up at midnight to watch that being the elite, so it's hard. Lots of times I get so angry because I love the product so much, and
Right.
I get
But-
that.
I
That was a
yeah,
really
I'm-
cool spot.
hoping that we get unification match. I don't know how would they unify the belts like.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, the apron. Oh no.
Watch your footing,
Oh,
please.
it's always gets to me when they're on the apron, man. It always gets to me.
Me too. It's hard to watch. And then you watch like one of their feet slip off the edge and you're like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
dude. Oh no 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 no.
Oh. I mean, there is no error for mistakes, right? I mean, no room for mistakes right there. No room. You have to be perfect when you're doing that.
Oh gosh. That looked really good. It just makes me so nervous, but it looked really good.
Ugh,
Oh.
man.
Wow.
I'm always nervous when they get on the apron, man. Always.
Apron, a top rope, like I just get so anxious. And it never like I used to get anxious about it, but after like the only injury that I ever saw like live happen, like I wasn't there, but was the Dante injury. Like that was the first like bad injury that I can remember watching myself as it was going on, and I was like, oh, but like I've always been nervous. Now I'm extra nervous though. I'm like, oh man, please don't. Like,
I mean, because knowing that's the hardest part of the ring, and if you make one mistake, one miscalculation, that could end your career.
oh, 100%. I mean, that could end your life. Like,
yeah.
There's people have perished in this ring in less precarious positions.
True
There's
that.
a lot of alliterations.
True that.
Mm-hmm.
they're all just circling around him, yelling at him. I don't know. I don't know why I find that funny, but I do.
They're like, get up, get up. I really hope that Garcia wins. I really want to love Garcia again. When he came out, I literally was like Mr. No Personality. That's what I called him. And then I fell in love with him during that whole Bryan Danielson Jericho triangle.
Yeah.
And then that they dropped in my opinion, they dropped the ball on that and his whole momentum at that point. I was like, and so I've ever since then I've really wanted to love him again.
I mean, I understand that because I kind of felt the same way about him whenever the whole thing between, Jericho and all that. I mean, because he at the time where he was kind of conflicted on what side he wanted to be on.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there, that was great. That was a great point in the storyline. But you're right. After that, it kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, and they really didn't do anything with him in the JAS. I mean, I feel like the JAS was a failed faction. It was probably the most failed faction that I can remember. That they ran with for so long, and it didn't do anything for anyone really. Like I think the only one that really came out of that shinier than they went in.
I mean, the whole thing was just to put over Jericho. Really, that's what I.
It really was, yeah.
I was talking about this on Twitter with someone, and they said, "Who is Jericho buried, or who is he? Like?
Anna Jay.
What's the word I want to use? People that he's pushing back, like Sammy, Timelo, Anna Jay, Daniel Garcia.
Yeah,
that's probably right.
You can say that.
Yeah,
you can say that.
Jericho got over on his own, so he needs someone else to get him over.
But at the same time, Jericho has gotten younger talent over too. So
100%. But it just I could only imagine being so excited as a young wrestler to be like, oh my gosh, I am picked by Jericho to be in his faction, and maybe he's gonna like help me develop this awesome character. I'm so excited to work with this legend, the master of reinvention himself. I'm gonna choke you out. Oh, that's what I gotta do? Oh, okay. So do I get to say anything else? No? Okay. All right. Cool.
I don't get to do anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Which
I don't
for some
know.
of them,
It would be
like
disappointing.
Daniel Garcia, like that was a waste of time.
It really was. It fizzled. It was
Yeah.
such a fizzle.
Like Sammy Guevara, yeah, but because Sammy's already been with him, and Sammy's already achieved without Jericho. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sammy's a 3-time TNT champion. Come on, buddy.
You know, the way I would have done this is like I would have had Garcia go on his own, and then that whole angle with him and Sammy would have kicked off.
Because we've never really gotten Garcia versus Jericho, have we? We've never gotten
No,
that
not one
matchup.
on. No, I don't think so.
And I
feel like
mean,
that
I'm
should-
sorry. I think Garcia could totally kick butt in that match. He's beaten so many big names and clean.
Oh, really? Come
Daniel
on.
Garcia
Really, I was excited.
he picks up the win, but he gets his ass
It gets the
kicked after,
W.
gets his
Come
ass
on.
kicked after it.
What are you
All the
doing,
rest
Daddy
coming out,
Magic?
that
Everybody
staff.
else is out there, and you're standing there. You're the guy who's out there for Garcia, and you're chilling. Like,
He already
what are you
found out
doing?
he found out what happened last time.
I guess,
Yeah.
hey? Oh, yeah, hey?
Oh, we got them coming out from the back. This is some old WCW stuff, man. When all the wrestlers came out from the back to stop
I
the
kind of
fight.
love it.
All right,
This is
we got
cool. I like
some-
that.
All right,
I
let's
do,
have
I
a battle
love it.
royal. We got a lot of people in here, referees. Let's have a big battle royal.
Let's do
Whoever
it.
wins,
That's cool. I
Whoever
like
wins-
that. That reminds me of like old school WCW.
whoever wins can pick who gets fired next.
It's Marina Shafir.
Yeah,
You just see her running in the ring like, I'm going to win this.
this feels like WCW.
I
Yeah,
like
it does,
it.
dude. I
Where's
love it.
where did there's Buddy Matthews. He's
Yeah, there
trying
he
he's trying to drag out Cash Wheeler. Just
Yeah, this is cool though, man. Like
Yeah,
heels and
like-
faces, intermingle to stop a big fight. That's cool.
this is really good. This is really
That's like some '90s WCW stuff. I like that.
yeah. With me and Miss Jacobs, like that reminds me of was it the Hogan's group versus Kevin Sullivan and Paul White?
Yeah, that was World War III, wasn't it?
Yeah, we literally had the Mummy come out and the Yeti and
Yeah, the Yeti. Oh my god. Oh man.
See, that was fun.
I don't know. No, that was fun on TV. Yeah, that was. But the
I
Yeti,
mean, but if you're gonna have a Yeti, at least get a Yeti costume.
it was
No,
a
they
mummy.
just all they did was they just got some hospital gauze and just wrapped them up and threw dirt on them and said, "Go."
It was more of a mummy, not a Yeti.
It was a mummy, basically.
Well, that's unfortunate. As a Canadian and a true believer of the Sam Squanch, I'm disappointed in that. I'm actually not a believer.
We still get a lot of like a lot of the funniest stuff was in like when someone was hurt and they were trying to put him in a wheelchair, like in the stretcher, and they didn't know what they were
Stretcher.
doing. They didn't know
Yeah,
what
they tied up the stretcher buckles in a knot and just took them off.
they didn't know what they
I
were
was like, okay, that's not protocol.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not safe. Oh no,
That
you
was
guys.
really good. Even though Buddy Matthews didn't win, that was really good. That
That was.
was a good ending.
I don't feel like it really took away from him too much though, because it wasn't like, he got like clearly pinned and knocked out or anything like that, and he came right back right after in the big brawl. I don't think it really took away from him, even though he took the L. You know?
I agree. I mean, I think they both look strong at the end of it all. So.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be. When I was 18,
Except for Daddy Magic, he looked like a wuss.
yeah, we got Roderick Strong and Matt Sydal next, and the main event should be, I'm guessing Eddie Kingston and Ortiz versus Danielson and Claudio.
I think
I guess
so.
That'll be
That should
so
be the main
neat.
event. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Ooh, promo time.
I'm going to subscriber at 544. They were subscribed. Thank you for subscribing.
Oh, yay! Thank you. Ooh, that'll be cool.
So next week for Collision, FTR and Garcia versus House of Black in a steel cage elimination match.
I'm so excited. That sounds
I'm down.
awesome.
I'm down for that. Hell yeah.
Right?
There's never been a cage match on Collision.
No, I don't think so. No.
At least not.
No.
Yeah. So next week, elimination style. Is that right? What he said?
Yeah.
Great.
I like elimination matches the best.
Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to watch it. That's gonna be good. Shout out to Matt Taven. We also have an interview with him here on the channel.
Heck yes.
Not everyone that's coming out, we've had an interview with. Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt Taven has been on here.
I am just so excited.
Matt Seidel.
Picked up a
It's
lot.
cool. It's cool. He's getting some TV time. I'm digging that.
Yep, he went against Jericho last night, and tonight's going against Roderick Strong. I think
Yeah.
Roderick Strong is going to win this. I like
Oh.
that, but he's getting a lot of wins here lately, Roderick Strong. So hopefully he defeats Orange Cassidy at Revolution.
Hopefully.
It's time for a new international champ. Like after he loses, don't have him do much of anything until Chuck Taylor gets back and have them win the trios titles, or if that's still a thing.
That's a good idea, though. That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, that's I remember they were in the they went against, who was it? Death Triangle early on for them, but they never won. So give something different for Orange Cassidy to do.
Yeah. Oh, we got some actual wrestling. A little chain wrestling there.
Looks good. Transitions are really good. Oh, I just love it. I love watching them like grapple and toss each other around, and it's just so neat.
Nicely done.
Very.
Some actual wrestling.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'll be right back. Here's my phone charger.
All right.
Oh.
They're playing kind of catch as catch can kind of wrestling here. It's very old school kind of wrestling. I like that.
I'm always impressed with Matt Seidel, though. Always.
He's a great talent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, personally, I think WWE dropped the ball with him, but that's my opinion.
I do as well. I feel like they used him to push a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to remember that if you're using somebody to push, you can't just wholly rely upon their former reputation. You do have to give them some push and some clout too every once in a while, and really, you know, make them show every once in a while too. Otherwise, their push is going to mean nothing. You know, like.
Yeah.
And if you're not showing him and what he can do off often enough, then and people who don't know him or are newer to the company or newer to the promotion or just haven't seen him wrestle before are like, oh, okay, so like why does it matter? Why was that match so long? Like why does it matter if but it does. Matt Sydal is a phenomenal talent. It matters if you beat him. Like
Right. Oh, nice drop toe hold. Oh.
I actually also really like Roderick Sells.
Yeah, he's great at selling.
He really is. And like even like the tiniest little thing, like he always catches it. Like I don't think I've seen him no sell. Like a very like I can't think of any moment where I'm like, "Oh, that was pretty bad." And that makes me happy because he always makes everybody that he's up against look really phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
I personally think it takes a lot more effort to sell well.
I mean, that's the majority of it, really, is
Well,
selling.
yeah, exactly. And if you can't sell well, I mean, like,
Exactly.
and so some people it's just like, well, it's really stand out. I think Roderick really does. His expressions and the way that he moves is very awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nasty looking backbreaker.
Right?
Damn.
That'll be focused.
Wow, he's working on that back.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think Strong is a better heel than a face. Honestly.
Oh, 100%. I think maybe just for myself, I feel like it would be weird. Like I've just seen him as such a good heel, and I'm like, but I'm also of the true belief that if you can do both and do it well, then you are actually a professional wrestler. Like that's when you can call
Yeah.
yourself a pro wrestler. Can you do both and do them well? Awesome.
Yeah, I agree because there's certain wrestlers out there that can seamlessly go into both. Seamlessly.
Jericho can do it in a promo.
Exactly. Good example. Great example is Jericho.
Oh yeah, no, he can literally do it in the same promo. You're like, yeah, no, that's not good. Oh wait,
Right.
yeah, like that's talent, man.
That's talent. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And say what you will about the man, but that is talent. Ooh.
He will not stop working on his back, man. He
Oh,
is
that was a solid stretch
backbreaker after
too.
backbreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. The stretch too, yeah.
Yeah.
Very smart wrestling, though. I gotta give it to
Mhm.
him.
Again, telling a story though.
Yeah.
Like you can know you're watching, you know what he's doing, you know what his goal is, right? And it's so good.
Oh. Some hard kicks there. Hard kicks. Oh, another backbreaker. Damn. He's gonna have to go to the hospital at the end of the night.
Oh my gosh. And he's still moving so well.
Yeah.
Like some of the things that he can do. I'm so jello. I'm like the most uncoordinated person in the history of ever.
I think you're more coordinated than Mr. McMahon is.
Oh, his knees. That's all I can think of when I think of him, the way he ran into the ring and went to like go dive into the ring.
Yeah, the
And it
Royal
was,
Rumble, yeah.
yeah. I was like, that would be me though.
He
That
broke
would be
both of his
me.
quads at the same time. What are the odds of breaking both of your quads at the same exact time?
Right? And like, and the watching him try to stand up is just like, oh my God, don't just stay down, man.
That's exactly what they told him to do. It was like, just stay down. And he stayed there and just did his little promo sitting down.
I mean, I'm not his biggest fan, but like, that is the epitome of show must go on, dudes. Like,
I mean, say what you want about Mr. McMahon. The dude's a badass.
oh yeah, like that was like I couldn't do that. Are you kidding me? I'm such a wuss.
Right?
Actually, when
I'll be
I
like,
get
take me
hurt, I go
home.
into when I get hurt, I go into full like I get eerily chill. But I definitely probably would have just sat there and been like, I probably need to go to the hospital.
Right.
Like, and that would have been the reaction to that.
That's the first thing I would have said is I gotta go to the emergency room.
Yeah, like we're not doing this. Somebody throw up the X.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here. Like I would have been throwing up the X. Like
Right. I would not have hesitated at all.
no, like the man has something. Like oh
Oh,
my god.
Seidel going for the pin. Oh, kicks out. This match is actually longer than I thought it would be.
I've seen the end officially, and it was a solid match. That last move, though.
Oh, damn.
Right.
Oh, damn. I love that high knee. I forget what that move is called, but I think Cedric Alexander does the same move.
I'm horrible with move names. I'm actually getting significantly better, but I'm still pretty bad.
Strong gets the win on this one. I mean, that was kind of predictable, but hey, it was a great match.
That last move, though, that was so cool. But right before the pin, I was like, "That's cool. That looked like it hurt, though." Like,
I bet it did.
right? Like, oh.
But you see what he was doing there. The whole match, he was working on his back, and his finisher had to do with the back, and that's smart technical wrestling.
It looked really good. It was a very, very well done match. Pacing was really good as well. As Blue Meanie mentioned, it was there was moments where you're like, "Wow, that was crazy," and then it was like slow. And, wow, that was so cool, slow.
That was a great match, honestly. And like I said, I mean, it's great to see Matt getting some more TV time. I'm all about him getting TV time. I've been a fan of his for a while since he was with Kofi with Eric Boom. I mean, that was some legit tag team work right there back in the day. And I've been a fan of his ever since. And I'm glad to see him where he is right now, getting this TV time, being on the main stage. I'm happy for him. Win or lose.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like, honestly, if you love the sport and you're there to, participate in the sport and build your promotion and work with other people and just have that great experience, then win or lose, when you put on a match like they just did, it's worth it. Like, it's just awesome. Like, it was very, very
Totally.
awesome.
Now we got someone from Russia in the house. Mason, Madison, excuse me, Madison. Thank you for joining us all the way from Russia.
Welcome. I'm in
They banned
Canada.
YouTube in Russia, but I guess not.
It is. I'm from Canada. It's probably almost as cold here as it is where you are.
Oh, it's freezing outside right now. Just got done snowing this morning, so
It
yeah,
is warming up out there right now. So we had minus 42. It is now minus 23.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's warm. But like after a minus 42 day, when you get a day like this, like I went to the grocery store today and I went in my skirt and stuff. So like it's definitely a day for like shorts and t-shirts for Canadians.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. It's only because of the comparison though, right? Like if you have a day that's like plus 120 and then your next day is only like plus 80 or whatever, that day is gonna feel really freaking cold,
Right.
It's the same kind of feel. Like, wow, if I didn't blink when I was outside yesterday, my eyes would literally freeze, and now today it's so much warmer.
I mean, the other day it was so cold that you can get a cup of water and empty and throw the contents of that cup, and before it hits the ground, it's gonna be frozen.
Mm-hmm.
That's how cold it was.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. Ooh, main event time.
Main event.
I'm a little bit ahead of you guys, and I don't know why, because we're all supposed to be watching it live.
I'm a couple of seconds. I think. I think I'm a couple of seconds behind, but I'm still kind of a little in sync.
Yeah,
That
exactly. Well, and some days I'm behind you guys.
yeah,
So weird.
that,
Like we're
that happens
live.
to me all the time. So you're not alone on that one.
His hair is getting so long.
I just wish one time he would come out to the final countdown, just once.
I mean, he did say that. Okay, I know that he said that he told his daughter that when she turned 7, he would stop wrestling. Do you think
Hmm.
with the injuries and downtime that he's had to take in the last year since he's announced that that will change at all, or do you think that he will hold that promise to his daughter?
Honestly speaking, Daniel Bryan is a wholesome guy. I think he's gonna keep his word to his little girl.
I think so as well. And so with that being said, since the end is nigh for him, do
Right.
you think that they'll do the final countdown once before then?
I hope so. I really do. I really hope so because that's like the quintessential theme song for Danielson to me. I mean,
Exactly.
like for me, when I hear that song, I think about Danielson. You know,
Watch it be his last match, and it'll be the final countdown for the
right?
last match. It would just be epic.
Exactly.
You're like, now I have to wait though because they're gonna be saving it. Like,
I mean, but I mean, but you have his final match. I mean, and like if you put the final countdown when he's walking out, I mean, that's just poetic. You know,
right? Exactly. I think if they're gonna do it, they should save it for that.
exactly.
I'm just like wondering if that's all his actual hair or if he like braided in something to it. Because if that's all of his hair, he's got some long ass hair.
Oh, that's all. That's all Danielson.
That is a lot of hair, my guy. Like,
You mean, what are you laughing at? I want to laugh too.
just some stuff happened. It was my grandpa and some stuff. He it like we've been snowed in for the past week, and he's told me to go outside and check the mail. I said, "You go do it." He said, "No, it's too so cold outside." Then I told
He
him,
puts you outside in the cold to do it.
well, my
you got them young bones.
well, my
Right. You
uncle.
got that young bones, man. You can do it.
Exactly.
There was a snowball fight, and then yeah he got his mail, but he
He
got
got
snow.
a snowball.
That's adorable.
Man,
He
I love a good snowball fight.
That was really trippy. Did anybody else see that behind Kingston? On the big screen, it's like doing this weird, like tracer kind of um image of him. It was weird.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I'm like, what is that? It looks like a bad mushroom trip.
my grandpa doesn't know it, but when he goes to bed tonight, there's gonna be snow in his bed.
Oh my gosh, Connor, you're the
Well,
best.
well,
Yeah,
make sure he's not watching this, so
Right?
that way he doesn't know.
he's too busy watching football game.
Well, that reminds me, I got the play-by-play of the game right on my phone. So
No, he's he can get on your nerves sometimes, but
that's most grandpas do.
so who won between Seidel and Strong?
Strong.
Yeah, strong pendulum.
But it was really, really good. It was a very solid match. When you go back and watch it, because I know you will, it was very good.
Yeah, I mean, Seidel actually was putting on a show. Actually, I mean, I can't even deny he's a great talent.
He really is.
Yeah, and the match actually lasted longer than I thought it would, but it was a good match. It was solid.
Yeah, it was very entertaining throughout the entire thing. There was at no point where I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna quickly check this." Like
Right.
it was good.
You had your eyes to the screen. Had your eyes
It-
glued to the screen.
yeah, which is good. I like that.
They were going to put out a missing sign for Chris.
Oh, we got yeah, we had a picture there. It says missing.
Yeah, $500,000 reward if you find him.
I mean, he's already beat you.
Got this big fight feel all of a sudden. I like it.
It does. It's good. I mean, if you think about it, is what belts has Ortiz held? Has he held any belts in AEW? I don't think so.
Well, he could have, but
No, in
Yeah,
AEW.
well, he could
hasn't.
have, but he hasn't yet.
Yeah. So, but like everybody except for Ortiz in that ring is like a world champion. You know what I mean? Like, or some sort. Because our what you call it? Claudio had Ring of Honor.
Yep.
I guess
Well,
Danielson
yeah.
didn't have anything here. Here anyway.
Yeah, he hasn't won any. Well, he has been a world champion, just not in AEW.
Yeah, it's not
Exactly.
AEW, yeah.
Well,
But
he
yeah,
was,
like they're all world champions.
well, he was ROH world champion once upon a time.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go. You're right. So yeah, like they've all been world champion dudes, and like it should feel like that big event match.
Right.
Ortiz and Santana had a chance to win gold, but they let their egos get in the middle of it.
Personal issues get involved, unfortunately.
That's sad, man. That's really sad because they're like a top tag team, man. That's sad to see a good tag team fall.
Honestly, though, that's why you have to have that mentality, I think, going into an industry, especially like this, where things can get very personal. And it
Yeah.
is a very, I don't want to say ego driven, but to be a wrestler, to be a performer of any kind, you have to have that confidence and that belief in yourself that gives you a natural ego. It's not like but like it's a lot of big personalities in one space. You have to have the ability to take personal feelings out of the professional setting.
Also,
Right.
You know,
I also think it's a little bit of AEW's fault. They're because they didn't book them really too good.
I agree.
Therefore, like they were booked good up until the pandemic started. Once the pandemic happened, that was it. Well, no. I'll take that back. Their feud with the best friends in that parking lot brawl.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
I'll take that back. But whatever happened between
Don't.
them outside of wrestling and whatever.
Danielson, you dick.
Wait, what happened? What happened? I think Nigel McGuinness needs to talk about the Continental Classic again.
I think
Right.
Nigel needs to get out there and whoop Danielson's butt.
Continental Classic.
I mean, it's got to lead up to something with those two, man.
Oh my gosh, I want it so badly. I want it so badly.
Nigel McGuinness said, "I've won world championships everywhere, while Brian Danielson's in the Continental Classic."
I gotta say that was hilarious. I gotta say, man, his
I know-
jabs at Danielson is so
I
funny.
know I'm not saying
Oh.
it exactly like he did, but he was. I still like was that at World's End? You
Yeah.
said that, or I still remember that. Like he really made that whole Continental Classic look bad. In
It was hilarious.
the finals,
It was funny.
comments. Madison runs. Hey, watching from Russia,
Yes.
Moscow, Russia, to be exact. Johnny says, "Who would you have Will wrestle at Revolution?" Osprey versus Moxley isn't really feuding with anybody, and Osprey's coming in
Right.
AEW. He's coming in February, so I mean, that's just. I don't know who else he would go against. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him in Jericho again.
No.
So I feel like that would be a pretty good first match. I don't really know who else. Adam Cole's injured.
Yeah,
Joe
Adam's injured.
Swerved and Hangman's. They've already got a feud.
Mm-hmm.
So Moxley, they could have Danielson.
Maybe him and Miro.
Yeah, Miro. Where has Miro been at? We haven't seen him since World's End.
That's a damn good question, Connor.
I think he might be spending time with CJ Perry right now.
Oh, he could be.
Oh,
spending
that makes
time in the
sense.
ring.
Her fingy is really not doing too hot. I hear she's doing better, but her fingy is still really yucky.
Yeah, it looks
Well,
bad.
she'll live.
Yeah, she'll survive. It looks bad though.
It does. And I mean, if the infection like was bad enough, you can be real sick. Like blood,
Yeah.
and especially if it was like a blood infection. Like, dude, like that is not cool.
We're on our Instagram page, and they look pretty.
Oh yeah, yeah, I have her on Instagram. It looks gross.
Oh, that was a good move by Ortiz. Now this is Ortiz hasn't been used in months.
Yeah, it's
Looks
been a
like
long time.
he's going on a swing now.
He jumped right into that swing too.
I got a headache. Just
This is so awesome.
You gotta grab that rope. Grab that little rope, Kingston.
Oh,
what are you gonna do, Kingston? Continental Classics not going on anymore.
no way. That's
Just look on his face when he gets kicked is hilarious.
Ouch.
Damn.
Ortiz has some really good facial reactions.
I
yes, he
love his
does.
facial reactions. I love his facial reactions. He's like, this dude just kicked me.
Right? This whole segment was like yeah. It, I really enjoyed that. The kicks were great. The whole bit.
Yeah.
Come on, Ortiz. There we go.
Ooh. That's nice. That was nice. Ortiz getting a little bit of offense here finally.
He looks really good.
Damn, that was a good clothesline.
Oh boy, here we go. He got I love it. I love it.
Go.
Look at the smile on Kingston's face.
Tag in the Kingston. There we go. We got Kingston and Claudio.
One of my favorite matchups.
Yeah.
It's just so good because you never really know, like,
Ouch.
out of the two of them, who's going to come out on top. And they're so different looking. Like, they are, like, literally physical opposites.
Right.
But you still don't know who's going to win the bout. You know? Like,
It can go either way. That's the
it
best.
could.
Yeah.
And I love it. Wow. I can't believe he got him up and over like that. That was nice.
Wow.
Ouch. Slap in the face. Slap in my face, slap in your face.
Right?
Ooh.
All right, that's enough
Ooh.
chops. You're starting to look
That's
sloppy.
enough.
They're starting to look really sloppy now.
I remember this one time I forget who he was. I forget who he was wrestling, but Eddie Kingston was. It was a different company, but he was doing those repetitive chops, and the dude wasn't selling it. The dude wasn't selling it at all, and then Eddie's like, okay.
It's hard not to. It's hard to sell that when. It's hard to sell certain stuff like that when you're. It's just nothing that. I mean,
Right.
Someone just lightly chopping you like that's nothing.
And it was just hilarious because the look that the guy had on his face that he was chopping was like,
There's one guy on Facebook that does a lot of like parody stuff with that. Like he did that, like the chopping stuff, and then he's just chopping someone. He's on the phone, and he's barely chopping them. He's on the phone and he's taking a phone call. I forget what the guy's name, but someone shared it in our group channel on Facebook one time.
No, that reminds me. I saw this short of Walter or Gunther, and somebody walked up to him and asked what he did for a living, and he chopped the shit out of him.
Like that's how you chop someone. Like,
yeah. He's like, "What do you do for a living?" And Gunther just reeled his hand back and just wow.
Oh, that security guard. He got threw Ortiz into him. All right, it's 2-0 basically now.
Uh-oh. Kingston's giving some fight.
Oh, there we go. Kingston's trying to fight back. Shouldn't this have already been a 5 count?
Right.
Oh, that was smart.
Nice. That was smart. Yeah.
Oh, good. That was a good DDT.
It kind of looked like the even flow DDT.
Ortiz is like, I'm sick of this.
Oh.
He's like, I'm tired of getting thrown around. I'm about to whoop someone.
Right.
Ooh, that was good. Nice German suplex.
Oh. That was nice tag team work right there.
Oh, and the pure strength, well, was pure strength by Claudio, but
Yo, Ortiz, I don't know what the hell.
Ortiz, Suicida. Oh, that was good.
That was.
Suicida to Claudio, kind of.
And then Kingston gets one too.
That I was shook about watching him go through the ropes. Like, oh, hey, look at that!
Man, it's not all the time that you see Kingston flying around.
No, it definitely is not.
It's awesome to see though.
It is so awesome to see. No.
Are they showing? Oh, never mind. No.
Oh, that's for Dynamite. Okay.
Well, the steel cage match they were showing, it looked like Blood and Guts steel cage, but we got Pentagon and Hangman Wednesday. First ever matchup, I think.
Oh, Swerve and Jeff Hardy. That's gonna be dope.
That's the first time ever match too.
Yeah.
That'll be neat.
And Wardlow and Trent.
Trent's getting out there.
Yeah. I love
Face-to-face interview, Tony Storm and Deonna Purrazzo.
how they have Tony Storm in black and white in that. That is, I love that. I love
Me
that.
too.
And
Me too.
Acclaim versus Demoga. I don't care about that match. Like you done. I mean, I don't want to see that match. You could have just done away with that match.
Adam Copeland and Suzuki. Are you serious? I'm
Actually,
down for that match. Actually,
we hear from Sting and Darby. Somebody
Adam Copeland versus Suzuki. I don't think that's never happened before. I don't think.
Minoru Suzuki? No, I don't think so.
That's never.
Minoru is one of my favorites. Actually, his match with Eddie Kingston is one of my favorite Kingston matches.
Hopefully,
Yeah, that was a great match.
His chest afterwards, though, I was like, somebody make
Oh.
burgers out of that because it looks like ground
Right.
beef. Like,
I'm not really a huge fan of Suzuki because, well, he doesn't really wrestle. He just chops people. But
Yep.
hopefully he comes to wrestle on Wednesday.
And when he was younger, a lot younger, he was a beast when he was younger. Nowadays, yeah, you're right. He just mostly chops.
Like after 10 times, I mean, it's kind of like it's like he chops people and then they get slower and slower, and then you're barely touching.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Danielson pinned Ortiz right in front of Eddie's face.
Right in his face. Right in his
yeah.
face.
I'm
What you
excited.
gonna do, man? He's like, what you gonna do?
Well, that was pretty embarrassing.
I'm very upsetty. This has made me definitely hate Bryan Danielson a whole lot. I think that it did what it was supposed to do. For sure, because like the "he's a bum" chant, I was like, okay, well now I hate you. And he just spit in Kingston's face, and now I'm like, well now I want to see you get your ass kicked. Like, so I think that accomplished what it needed to for me anyway.
Yes, the hero.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody else feels out there, but like I want to see him get beat. Like,
You see the look on Kingston's face after he spat on his face.
it's not
look on his face.
not as bad as the "he's a bum" chant. And the look with on his face, it's like the crowd turned on him because Eddie has always gotten chants. Eddie has always gotten the Eddie chants. Like, he's always been the underdog, always. And so like just seeing the look on his face when the crowd turned on him and did the he's a bum, and it was just like he looked hurt. And I was like, I hate you,
I
Bryan
think it
Danielson.
genuinely did hurt him. I think that did hurt his
Yeah.
feelings. I mean,
Eddie's a very sensitive man. Like, and I
like, y'all
love
were
him
just
for
cheering for
that.
me 2 seconds ago, and now you're gonna call me
Right?
a bum?
Like, yeah, I don't know. I just
It's still weird that CM Punk started that whole thing. He called CM Punk.
Yeah,
He called Eddie Kingston a bum, and now everyone took it.
yeah. Well, I mean,
it
he's king of the
stuck.
bums.
He's not a bum at all, but
No,
that's
he's
stuck.
not. I thought it was a great episode tonight. Actually, there was a lot of really really good matches. I was very entertained throughout the entire thing. I really wish that Thunder Rosa would have got a chance to talk.
Right?
If you're a woman, you don't get to talk in
agree.
AEW for some reason.
I agree with that.
And
100%.
like, she's such a big star. She's like, she was one of like literally their top. Well, she was the champion. Like that's how she ended off.
Yeah.
And like, she's got nothing for vocalization so far. Nothing. I have no idea what's going on with her.
That's how it is in the land of Tony Khan world.
I don't like it.
All there is matches, and only a few other people get to talk.
Hopefully
Yeah,
it's gonna
I'm
get
not
better.
digging that. I hope so. I really do. I want to hear from a lot of other talent. Like, there's so many people out there who haven't had a chance.
Like if
And
Mercedes Moné comes to AEW and they still are doing what they're doing right now, what's the sense of even signing her at that point? Like,
Right.
exactly, with the ladies division for sure. Because, like, I mean,
I
is
feel
she
like
gonna get a
Mercedes,
chance to shine?
I feel like Mercedes would be the type, like she caused a lot of problems in WWE with stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't even just about her. It was about the entire women's division in general. Like it wasn't even just about her. Like she likes to see the entire women's division thrive wherever she's at. And
What every women's
really,
wrestler should do.
and if she signed with AEW and that doesn't happen, I feel bad for Tony.
Right.
He thought CM Punk was something.
This woman's a force to be reckoned with.
If anyone's seen her interview with Stone Cold, it was when she was still in WWE, that Broken Skull session.
Yeah.
She's the type of person that I mean, she literally walked out of WWE, so that should say a lot.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I respect the way like she stands up for what she believes in.
I respect that as well. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Those are pretty
Well, I
good-
hope she comes on over. Let's get shit straightened out in that ladies division.
yeah,
I
I think
agree.
it's pretty obvious she's coming now because
I'm glad.
I mean she could be at the Royal Rumble. I mean that's a possibility, but
Mhm.
if she doesn't appear at the Royal Rumble, then she's going to AEW.
I hope so. Fingers crossed. Because I actually have a Mercedes Monet shirt, and I can wear it when I watch AEW now and not feel like a liar.
Yeah, Collision was pretty decent tonight. I thought. For me, not the best. I'm not a fan of Bullet Club Gold joining the Acclaim because that literally killed the entire. I mean, yeah, they're gonna put the Mobile Embassy against them, but
Yeah.
at that point, I don't want to see
House
that.
Black.
I don't want to see that match. I want to see the Acclaim and Billy Gunn versus Bullet. Like, no one wants to see them team up with each other. Like,
Nah, I
The
mean,
only reason I would
Mhm.
is so the fallout. I'm excited to see the fallout. I do think it would be a twist if the acclaimed went heels instead, and they were like the backstabbers and the ne'er do wells in it. I think that'd be really cool, and it'd be a neat thing to see. But yeah,
yeah,
other
I
than
mean,
that,
that's good. I never thought about the fallout, but yeah, the fallout, that's something to think about too. Yeah.
at this
that would
point,
be the only silver lining I can
if
think
they
of
don't have
at
any
this moment.
trios teams that could legitimately be a threat to the Acclaimed right now, besides Bullet Club Gold, or which they had a threat.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess they can do kind of like this comment from Madison, but they can go against Action Andretti and Top Flight for again. Like if you look at their title defenses, that's the only team that they're going against.
Yeah, no,
Right.
you're not wrong. I mean, and
And like that's all they have. Like they have no other trios, right? Well,
yeah, not
they
right
do,
now.
they do, but they decide not to use them. But
Mhm.
Right.
well, others are in other storylines, and so and there's a lot of well, yeah, Death Triangle's out.
Hmm.
We should make the magic trio that everybody's been talking about.
Yeah, if Bandito will get back from injury pretty soon, could do that.
Would be
Uh,
nice.
That's a thought.
And
Yeah.
it's just I mean, they have trios teams, but no one like legitimately that would be an interesting feud with. I mean, the only team they have is, I mean, the story's right there.
It is. It's literally
Yeah.
staring you in the face.
Hopefully, I hope they don't keep that going for long.
I
No,
mean, the
I hope
story's
it
literally
falls
writing
out very
itself.
quick.
You know?
Hopefully, 2 weeks and then end that because I don't want to see that. Like I like Bullet Club Gold on their own. They're like this generation's DX kind of.
Hmm. Yeah, they have a solid faction. They don't need to team up with the Acclaim. That's the thing. You're right, though. It is like two very already well-established, solid factions. They don't need to team up.
We've already seen
Why Fix was not broken, you know.
Right?
like the Guns and the Acclaim. They've already done all that. Like all of a sudden they're back together.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I hope it's going to turn out. I hope the fallout's worth the initial discomfort.
if not, then just retire the trios belts. Don't ever retire both of them.
Women's champions, women's tags.
Yes, I am all about that. I cast my vote for that.
And it sucks because when AEW first started, they had a lot of trios matches without trios
Hmm.
belts. So having trios belts makes those matches make more sense. And then now they have trios belts, and so I went to shit. I hate to say.
No, it's true though. It is. It is. Well, hopefully we'll see some more in the future. I mean, like, cause there's a lot of injuries. Like, hopefully when we get some people back together, we'll see. I don't know. We'll have to see. I hope it's worth it. I hope the fallout's worth it.
It's gonna get better. Hopefully, it's gonna get
I
better.
believe. I believe. I mean, we've already seen some stuff come around from like long-term storytelling that like I didn't think they were going to bring up again. And so I'm hoping that they're really going to focus more on like why things are happening and building more mid-card story. And because I mean you can't have people get to the top without having them be in the middle, right? Like, where all their stories. So I'm just excited to kind of flesh everything out, and I hope that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Who do you think will win, Damian Priest or Bray? Well, unfortunately, that match is not happening.
But if it was to happen, it'd be Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
yeah, Bray Wyatt. If that match has actually happened, Bray Wyatt would probably win.
Now I'm sad.
Yeah. Well, look, I think Bray Wyatt was the Dark Order's last shot. Like,
Yeah.
if they would have signed him, like he could have taken over that was their last hope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else they can do with that group now to make them. I mean, I don't know what else there is to do for that group.
I mean, now they're a comedy act, so
Yeah, I know that they're trying to go back to where
Like-
they were, but I think you need to just do
Like,
something else.
They made him look so silly now that they can't go back.
Exactly.
right.
You need to change it. And as I mentioned before, I feel like the Dark Order was what they needed to be after Brody passed. Not necessarily just for like the fans and stuff like that, but for them themselves. And for like they spent a lot of time with Negative One and Amanda and his family and everything like that. They were all very close. And so what it became, I feel like was just kind of what they needed at that time, which was a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more, of that closeness. But the unfortunate side effect of that is yeah, they turned into a bunch of silly billies, and now it's really hard to take them seriously again.
Right.
I think in like a 2 years time, if they haven't improved, if they haven't done anything, just I think maybe Alex Reynolds and John Silver as a tag team doing something completely different would be good, and Evil Uno doing something completely different. Because
Like
the Dark Order isn't there anymore. Well, they're there, but not there. Like they're not that same group.
It's like a shell of his former self, I guess you can say.
And where the hell is Stu?
Yeah, I don't know where he came back.
That's a good question.
What happened with that? They were doing that whole really great righteous storyline where Stu's like, I'm gonna make you guys badasses again, and that was actually really cool. I thought that Dark Order was gonna come back up with that, and it was like, where'd that go? What happened?
They just disappeared. Yeah, last comment. I love Bray. He is a good man. Rest in peace, Bray. Yeah, I wish I would have gotten to meet him.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Collision. We do our annual ratings. I'm gonna be I'm gonna give it a 7.6. Not the
Mm,
best, of course. I'll give it a 7.6.
okay.
I'm at an 8.3. I'm always in that like high area. 'Cause it's really, unless something happens that I'm like I get, but like even then, like I really didn't like the whole Danielson's attitude thing, and it made me very upset. But I also really enjoyed it because it made me so upset. So
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it an 8.2. I'm still happy.
That's fair. I think I'm gonna. Mm, I think I'm gonna go with a solid 8 for me. It's solid 8. It wasn't a bad show. It wasn't the best show. It was decent. It was decent, and it kept me invested in it. So
Yeah, it was a good show overall. It wasn't like bad or anything. It was
Yeah.
just certain things about the show I didn't like. It,
yeah,
like the entire show in general wasn't bad. It was a decent good show
bless you.
overall. 2 hours was a good show.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's the one thing I really enjoy about Collisions. It never really feels like 2 hours.
And at least someone didn't come on because if Marina Shavir was on there, I would probably set a 5 or 4.
Usually, yeah, like that's how it was a solid episode. Why?
Like I
Well,
hate to
Marina
be that
Shafir wasn't
way.
there.
I hate to be that
Nice.
way.
One of these days, I'm gonna get Marina Shavir on here.
Like
It's gonna
one,
be
I hate to be
solid.
that way to one wrestler, but when someone's that bad, like they're that
Who gets TV time still? And there's other people
Yeah,
out there who are like phenomenal in
but she's not on
comparison.
TV. She's not on TV, and there's a reason for that.
that's a good thing.
Well, we use her on TV when we don't know what we're doing. Uh, Sadly, so sometimes we don't know what we're doing in our head. But yeah, one day Marina Shavir is going to be on here. I fear, and
I fear. Fear
I
the Shafir.
fear.
That'll be the episode name. Fear the Shafir.
There you
yeah,
go. That's great. That's catchy. There you go.
she's I'm sure she's a nice person, but uh,
Maybe not to you.
her in ring work aren't nice.
Right. On a personal level, she's probably awesome, but in the ring, not so much.
I think Bastion Booger was better than her. He was
Bastion Booger.
he was pretty bad. He was. If anyone's seen
God
Bastion Booger
damn.
or the Goon
Bastion Booger.
or the Goon or the Brooklyn Brawler or Doink the Clown or
Doink the clown.
Bastion Booger. Dude, you got me on Bastion Booger.
I don't even like I don't even know like I don't even watch a lot of his matches. Just the name, like I've always remembered him
Centaur.
just because of that guy's name. That's how I've remembered him for all these years.
Oh my god. I
Oh,
love you
jeez. The
guys.
gobbledygooker.
But the best out of all of them is Outback. And I sincerely mean this. He is the best wrestler of all time. Outback Jack. He is
Out that.
Oh, okay, I was like, what?
the best wrestler of all time.
A living legend.
Living legend. But yeah, that was a pretty good collision. We'll be back tomorrow for our AEZ Gaming episode 3. I'm not sure what time that will drop, but sometime tomorrow. And then we also have a bonus from our AEZ Canada that dropped today. Also, if you haven't checked that out, definitely go check that out. Our AEZ Canada episode. There's going to be a bonus type thing. We'll be talking about AEW Fight Forever with Hartgrave. He's been on here a few times. We'll be
Great.
talking to him tomorrow with that. And then we'll have our AZ Gaming episode 3. All the matches were our international tournament. We did crown a champion. So definitely stay tuned and you'll see who won that title. Yeah, well, us being live wise, we'll be back Wednesday for Dynamite. Next Thursday for Talking Elite. Rampage next week. Yeah, and definitely stay tuned for our links, our socials, Twitter and Facebook mainly for our next guest announcement. I'm not sure when that will be, but I've got a few ideas of who that could be. I'm really wanting it to be one specific person, but I don't know if sometime this year that's happening. But I don't know if that's gonna be our next interview or when that's gonna happen. But yeah, I'm already working on our next interview, so definitely stay tuned to our socials and check out our Spotify and TikTok account. Spotify for all of our audio. We have past interviews, Talking Elites, We have a few Dynamite reviews that we did with Carly. We have and AZ Canada will be on there pretty soon. All
Awesome.
the Falcon leads are mostly on there, mostly, and then I'll be trying to put AZ Canada on there.
Yay!
Yeah.
Sounds good.
A lot of stuff going on in the Ollie Zone. Yeah. So anyone else? Anyone got anything else to say or?
I'll just thank you for joining us,
No,
everyone.
thank you so much. And again, I'm just gonna plug that Blue Media interview because it was really fun and it was my very first interview ever. So you should totally watch it because that'd be really cool. And yeah, other than that, no, I think it was really great.
Yeah, definitely check out our Blue Media interview that we did earlier today. Yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow, but we'll see you guys live next Wednesday for our Dynamite reaction.
Bye.
Peace.